Hi guys. This is about the third or fourth video for today. I just recently did a video on how I do my eyebrows, and then I did this eye makeup. And now, because I get a ton of questions on how I do my foundation, I will go ahead and record this video. So I'm just gonna show you my basic foundation routine, and then I'll go a step further to show you what I do, the additional steps I take if I'm trying to go out, maybe to the club or to a party or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So the foundation I use is right now is the Laura Mercier. I use this, or I use my Lancome Tianidol, which is my all-time favorite. I use this, and for primers I alternate between the Becca Eva Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. That's a long name. That's what it looks like, or the Hourglass Veil. So for today, I'm gonna be using this. My face, I had just got out of the shower before I did all of this to my face, so my face is clean. I'm gonna go. I like applying this with my fingertips. You can use a brush. The preference is yours. I'll go ahead and squirt that, and there we go. This is a mineral face primer. It keeps your face matte and it keeps your makeup in place. Oh my god. I go to work and I'm gone for like 12, 13 hours a day, and my makeup stays on point, and I even by the end of my day I still get compliments on it. So I love this a lot. If you're very oily, this right here works like nobody's business. This, if you want to see a review on this, just let me know. Or this. Now that I have that applied, let me go ahead and grab my brush. I'll be right back. So I just grabbed my brush, and this is how I apply my foundation. This brush is a Marc Jacobs Phase 2 brush. It's really good for foundation. It's super soft. I either use this or I use the Real Techniques buffer brush or all face brush. I'll put the names down below. So this says shake, so I'll go ahead and shake. And I don't know if I mentioned already, my skin tone in this one is espresso, which is the same as MAC NW50. So I'm just going to shake that really nicely. Oops, it is kind of messy, as you can see, just squirt it out. So I go ahead and drop that onto my foundation brush. I start with one drop first. And this dries really quick, so I'm going to do my face in sections. Let me grab a mirror. So I'm just going to go ahead and I steeple. So I just steeple. This helps cover up imperfections a lot better than rubbing all over. So I steeple first. Let me get closer. So I stipple first and then I blend. There we go. This foundation says you could apply it either with a brush or a sponge, but I prefer applying my foundations with, no, it says you could apply with a sponge or your fingertips, but I prefer a brush. So if you don't have a brush, you're fine. It's just you get more coverage using a brush than your fingertips, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and do another squirt and do the other side of my face. I love that song playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me put the volume. Can you hear it? I love Mita's song. Oh my god. Baby, it's so much you. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just can't help it. It's so good. Okay. I could do anything for you. Give me some more. Baby, too much you my darling, I love you. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just blending it out. As I said, you start by stippling like that, especially on the spots that, on the places that need more coverage, and then you go ahead and blend it in. So now that that is done, usually what I do is I take my fingers and I kind of, what I'm trying to do is make the lines at my, I don't like that line there, so I'm making it disappear with my finger, blending into my hairline. There we go. See? I love this foundation. It is so good. Now I can get up and go like this. Usually when I just want to go to work, this is basically what I do. Let me blend the middle of my nose. For work, this is what I do. Now, if I want to, do an extra step, if I'm trying to go out, and I want to look extra glamorous, I'll go ahead and highlight my face and I'll show you how I do it. This is the NARS. Actually, no, I lied. What is this? This is the Maybelline concealer. I either use this or I use, where is it? I cannot find it. Or I use my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. So with this, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my nose. I know, it looks ridiculous. Now, when I do foundation on the concealer under my eyes, I reduce that volume. When I do concealer under my eyes, I put very little. If this is really light, but I put very little. And I dropped it. Yeah, I put very little, and then I work it in, and I put it down and then work it into this area because I don't want that much texture here. As you can see, those lines. If you put concealer right on those lines, it's gonna give you a lot of texture and make them show more. So this is how I do it. And using my beauty blender that I previously soaked, I'm just gonna blend that out. But the one on my nose, I prefer using my fingers. I don't know, just that's my personal preference. That's what I do. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out some more. Now you want to blend your concealer a lot. You want to blend it really nicely because you do not want any harsh lines and you don't want it looking Oompa Loompa-ish, if that makes sense. See? That's nicely blended. This is a side with concealer and I haven't put concealer here yet. So, still blending this. So this is a MAC concealer I was talking about. It's called the MAC Pro Longwear, and the shade I use is NW40 to highlight. But today I'm using the Maybelline one. So I did one side already on my nose, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I like doing one side at a time so that it doesn't dry out before I get a chance to blend it in. So. All I'm doing right now is blending and making sure it looks perfect. This is the secret to doing perfect looking foundation. You want to blend in your foundation a lot, blend it nicely. It takes a while, but spend your time and blend it, guys. Just keep blending. See, that is nicely blended and my face is nicely highlighted too. Now I have my eyes and my nose highlighted. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Highlight my chin a little bit. And as I said, this is not something I do every day. This is only when I want to go out and I want to look extra glamorous. I'll do this. For some reason, I don't like highlighting my forehead. I don't know why. I just don't. So I'm not going to do it. So yeah, I have my face highlighted. Usually what I'll do is, once I'm done doing this, I'm going to take the brush I used to do my foundation and lightly pass it around in circular motions. This will just help tie everything together and not look out of place. There we go. So this is what I do for my highlight. And if I want to do that extra thing, I'll go ahead and kind of chisel around my nose. And now what I use is, this is a MAC eyeshadow. This right here, it's super deep. I'm gonna post the name of this shadow. I don't remember what it's called, but that's what it is. It's a really deep brown color. Because I'm very dark, it usually is challenging to find contour powders that work for my skin tone. So I use this shadow. I use this fluffy brush by e.l.f. And when I say lightly, I mean lightly, like one, and then I dust out the excess. And this is what I do. Show you real quick. I go to my cheek and I put it right in here. Do you see that? Very lightly, because that is really dark, but it's a dark brown, so it's gonna look natural. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, like so. See that? Okay, now that I have it marked out, 1 and 2, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush a little bit because I want to take off the excess powder. Now that I have that excess powder taken off, I just clean my brush on a paper towel, paper napkin. I'm going to go ahead in circular motions and blend this out upward. Upward. I just want to create a really nice shadow. I don't want it to be very obvious, so I'm going to blend that in. Can you see? You can't really tell what I did there, but there is a shadow there. That is what I like my contour to look like. I'm going to go ahead and do it to the other side. Circular motions, blending it up. Circular motions, blend up. There we go. See, you can't really see anything, but something was done. Now, using the same brush, I'm not going to dip it back in there because it's going to make it too dark for my face. For my nose, I'm going to use the same brush and put this on the sides of my nose. See? The whole point is I don't like it being very obvious that I've contoured my face. That's why I use very little. See? So this is what I'll do if I'm trying to go out and look cute. Now my face is contoured. I'll go ahead and set everything up with either baby powder or the Makeup Forever HD powder. This right here. Now if you're going to be taking pictures, I'll advise you use my favorite powder to use if I'm going out and I know I'm going to be taking pictures with a flash. To avoid the white cast, I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, the neutrals. Yeah, that's what I'll use. This doesn't really give a flash, but the MAC one is the safest one. So I'm going to go ahead on the powder brush and you want to press. press. Setting my concealer. And under there. So I just set my face. I know there's excess powder on my face, but I'm gonna go ahead and dust that once I'm done. So I have my face set, and this is just a fluffy powder brush by Eco Tools. That's what it looks like. Now I'm just dusting off the excess powder and buffing my face. Okay, you like that flawless finish. So you can't even see the contour, the dark color that I put there. All you see is some shadow. It just gives a nice effect to your face without looking crazy. Now my face is done, and sorry, done. Do you like it? Let me know if you like it. So this is how I do my foundation, and yeah, just hit me up and let me know if you like it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a video. This is just gonna be about neutral lipsticks for women of color. So if you want to watch that video, go to my channel. Go there and look for it. You'll find it there. And thanks again for watching. Ciao. Love you guys.